This week, I was back in Copenhagen again. Copenhagen. I've lived most of my life here. Then about 6 years ago, we moved away. And I haven't set foot here in 4 years. Let's go have a look, shall we? The city of Copenhagen is the dream destination for many tourists. Throughout the summer, endless lines of giant cruise ships are visiting the picturesque city. With its many ancient buildings, colorful facades, and a genuine royal palace. The city is beautiful, and it's not hard to understand why it's so popular. The Danes have a reputation for being among the happiest people on the planet. They're proud of that reputation. However, if you look closer at the parameters, you will see that they are more related to overall feeling of safety, social equality, financial stability, and stuff like that. Also this one, which is one of my favorites, the Danes believe that corruption is less of a problem in Denmark than in most other countries in the world. These parameters are all important, of course, but they do not say anything at all about whether or not the Danes are in fact happier than others. You see, the Danes also have one of the highest suicidal rates on the planet. So I doubt that we are really any happier than people in Germany, Italy, or America. What often takes people by surprise is the price level on literally anything in Denmark. This is due to the fact that the Danish welfare system is rather expensive, thus raising salaries, raising the cost of production, raising retail prices, and so on. A cup of coffee at the local coffee shop cost about twice as much as in Munich, where I live. The Danes themselves, they do not really think about this because they can afford it. They do occasionally complain about prices, but serious objections are rare. So prices just continue to go up across the board. Hotels, restaurants, entertainment, transportation, you name it. One thing I always hear from others when they hear that I come from Denmark is, "Oh, Denmark! I always wanted to go to Denmark." And they always ask my German wife what it was like to live there, implying that they do not really understand why we eventually decided to settle in Munich. The thing is, Denmark is a really hard country to settle in if you're not born there. And I'm not just talking about government subsidies, welfare, social security and all of that. That's hard enough. I am talking about the Danish mentality, which is off-putting to many. Staying here for a week or two, 6 months or even a year is usually fairly easy. But in order to really get integrated into the Danish society, you have to work really, really hard. Language, social culture, the unwritten do's and don'ts, the codes, the jokes, the understated behavior that the Danes will size you up on, the nuances. It takes years, even for people from neighboring countries. It was good to be back though. And it's good to be back home. In Munich.